Okay, so I'm going to do a reading for Earth Day. This is new. This is something I'm trying out. Okay, Nine of Cups here. Just see what this energy is about. What you're going to be doing April 22nd. All right. So this is still a timeless reading. You have Page of Cups here. Something longer that you're starting to see the results of. Something that you can look back and say, I've always wanted to do this. It's making me proud. So maybe maybe you're going to be doing something today that you plan to do for a while. Like you're doing the research right now. You finally got the money, or you've been saving up for it, and you're finally able to move forward with it. Page of Cups here, Four of Cups. I feel like you're giving back in some way, based off of what you received in the past. Some positive energy from someone. Maybe someone who could have stirred you wrong, or they didn't have to be as nice as they were. Like someone returned a favor, and so you're going to return that favor again, and it's like this cycle of giving back. To yourself. For some people with this Four of Pentacles, it's like you have enough to do for yourself now. Part of what they wanted for you. They were helping you in order for you to get back on your feet, and you're going to do just that. Standing on the ground again, planting your feet on solid ground, being more stable, being more grounded, being able to walk again. Like you went through the process of physical therapy or whatever type of therapy you needed to do so that you could get back on track. You weren't going to be sick forever. Some people are receiving full healing, and you have supporters, people who want you to do well. People who want you to do well. They see what you're doing. They're watching you very closely, and they're supporting you. You have permission to go even further in life, even beyond what anything that they were capable of pushing you. The little bit that they gave you, even if it was just a bright idea, is definitely useful to send you off on this new trip. Walk away from them. They want you to. It's like they're saying, leave me. But I definitely see you coming back. So you're leaving them behind, but you're coming back. You're going off to find something new, but you're bringing it back to the community. This could be someone who went to school in a different country or somewhere else, and they decided to go back to their hometown or their village to rebuild or somehow give back in some way. Somebody returning home, even if it's just within yourself, and returning back to this space of you being in control of your own energy, your own manifestations, your own power to create. Like someone was helping you create in the past. There's something special about 22, the number 22. You could be born on the 22nd. This could be your birthday, April 22nd. Something could have happened February 22nd, 222, the year 2022. Could be significant. Cast spells, protect, heal. This is coming up as a coven, possibly a coven that you were part of or participated in, that you're leaving behind, but you're still going to come back and give something to this group of women or group of witches. Like you didn't forget about them. Bloom even if no one is watching. So maybe when you separated, you had some time to think over yourself and the way you operate. Something about your prophecies that were coming true. Something about being young and being old and what that means to you. Something about a buttocks. I'm hearing ham hocks. You could play the harp. Okay. Somebody could have teased you for being well endowed. Somebody was definitely jealous of your light. This coven of witches might not have been the most positive, but they could have set you off on a journey that allowed you to search for what it is you felt like you were lacking from them. Positivity. And you're going to come back and shine your light in spite of how you felt like you were being isolated or excluded. Maybe you are just calling them a coven of witches, but they weren't actually that. They were just kind of bitter people, bitter gossiping people. Like you're getting more control over how you feel about things by going into hibernation and seeing things with your own eyes with this Eight of Wands, leaving behind someone else's perspective, the way they think about things, the things that they're ashamed of. Rebirth and reinvention. And then you come back as a new person. Possibly this magician, you're coming back as a magician. Like you can pull from the earth, you can pull from the air, the water, the fire, the sky, the sun. You have a lot of skills that isn't just set into one category. Like you don't have to be identified as a butcher or a baker, baker, candlestick maker. And then you have Earth Magic on Earth Day. So I feel like that really does signify the tone of this reading. Like you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Clarifying the Magician card. Using all of your skills and talents. Bringing them together. And yeah, so you not having to just identify with the physical reality that is planet Earth. And having all of these other options that you can go and flow. And still pull energy from as a life source, as an energy source. You definitely have a lot to work with right now. And your intuition may be increasing at this time. Also that you can learn from other people. As well as teach other people. But not try to control what they learn from you. But you're definitely getting control of yourself. Something is ending painfully. You might have been stabbed in the back in the past, possibly by these witches or somebody who was on the same level at the time. These could be classmates. And then you have betrayal and deception. So something happened before that really put you on your own path. And that was the best thing that could have happened for you. That these people showed their true colors. Returning to trouble. Or unable to move on. Maybe this is a warning not to go back. Not to go back. Clarifying the Six of Pentacles. Like giving back might not be the option. Because maybe they gave you something negative. And so it's meant for you to just convert it, alchemize it into something positive and keep moving forward. Because one, they're not going to accept anything positive from you. It's just going to be another fight because they haven't changed. And you don't want to become them and start dishing negativity back towards them. So that's just, I feel like that's an option you had. You had a decision to make and you're choosing to move forward. Aries, Aquarius, energy here. We also have some Gemini energy. You could have been dealing with a Gemini or an Aquarius or an Aries. Okay, creation of life. This could be a baby mom that you're dealing with, or possibly your mother. Maybe it was your mother who was toxic and you left, and now you want to come back and show her how to be nice, but she's just not willing to hear it. And it's just going to, if anything, she has so much control over you that you don't realize she's going to try and pull you back into this negative state of being and existing. It's time to move on. She's going to try and make you stay. And she's going to use all of these different tactics that she's been working on while you were gone. Like how to manipulate you. For that one time that she gets a chance to wrap her tentacles around you again. You might not get free this time. That's what I feel like the energy is warning you, even if you feel good with her. And so now you're feeling like you want to go back and teach her something, or whoever this mother figure was for you. It's like the world looks like a good place all of a sudden because you're around people who share your energy and share your belief systems. Somebody who you felt connected to as a child, but it was never actually real. It wasn't a reality for you until you make it a reality. Until you grew up. Then you got to see how things really are. And that being around your soul tribe might not be a physical thing. It might just be a state of mind. Yeah, because maybe like going where you think they are is not where you're going to find them, because they're moving around too. And also, like, you can't really pin yourself to someone else. They may be going through things you're going through, like people trying to attach to them. And so they're constantly moving, constantly shifting, using different magical spells to keep themselves protected and safe. And so this might be something that you're learning to do as well, to be kind of like the emperor of your own home, be the head of your own household, and not always the child or someone who has to get permission from someone else. Yeah, like you're moving out of that docile personality or that docile characteristic, that personality trait. Maybe you're going to be going into another hibernation, or you're coming out of a hibernation, and you're not going to allow anyone to push you back into that place of hiding, because of the work that you've done over the winter or the seasons. Some seasonal work you've done, whereas though you continue to evolve, but some things are just kind of stuck in the ground. And when you go back to them, they're going to be exactly the same. Something with the Ace of Cups here, like you have a new way of appreciating your blessings. Even if they weren't meant as blessings. You could have been working for some people who had completely different intentions, and they excommunicated you from the group. It's been a singing group or something like that. Like you guys were like a band that split up, but you went on to do your own thing. And you might be trying to reunite with this group, maybe some friends from the past, but they haven't changed. If anything, they've gotten worse. With the Emperor and Empress in reverse, it seems like you became more of a nurturer because of the way you were treated. This could be siblings who were part of some type of an emotionally abusive relationship growing up with your parents for some people. But you got better because of it. You became more passionate, and you became more compassionate towards your enemies or people who just have an attitude problem. Whereas they chose to be even more wicked. Like they were attacked, so they're going to attack even harder. That was the choice they made. So to reunite with these people, maybe you even noticed it recently. They are still haters. They became the haters that hated them. And you could just see the way they look at you. They grit at you. They glare at you. They smile without being happy. Like they're just ready to fight. And they're looking and seeing what exactly are they going to attack. They're looking at what can be considered a weakness. Like you being nice. Knight of Cups. You don't have to keep up with them anymore. Like you can now say that these are wicked people. Maybe growing up you weren't willing to judge them so quickly. And it seems like they've taken the side of the devil. But you can look at them and still love them as your enemies. They are definitely your enemies. Six of Pentacles. Like you have no choice but to give them love. But I do feel like it's a warning to give it from your heart space, and from wherever you are, and not exactly traveling towards them on a physical plane, like not catching any planes right now. Maybe just emailing them. Because there's some stagnation here. Yeah, that's what I feel like. Like, if they can get you in their hands, they won't let you go because they are so connected to the earth. They're kind of thinking like an animal would think. They're not thinking about things on the spiritual level, but not just any animal, because some animals are very spiritual. Many of them are. Most animals are spiritual. But I feel like this is like a predator who's just thinking about his next meal. And even if you can go without, they're not willing to do so. Yeah, so you definitely went through some therapy. It could have been aromatherapy, having to do with different smells, using different scented candles to put you in a peaceful state of mind. That could be something that helped in the past, but also other types of therapy, like even talk therapy or art therapy, that really just gave you that safe space to indulge. Singing could be very helpful or useful to you, that you're proud of, having your voice or getting your voice back, and all that requires, not just about you sounding, it is about you taking care of yourself, maybe even drinking teas, or like, it's not just about your voice, it's about you taking care of your vocal cords, it's about you connecting with the lyrics, and appreciating other artists, etc. Manifesting, because when you sing, it's really about the song and not just people watching you. Look for fairies. Yeah, like your ability to use your imagination and being comfortable with that, whereas these people might be saying, oh, you're a liar, or you're making stuff up. But it's deeper than that. Is that you do give yourself the option of living in other worlds, not just the world that they feel like they have conquered, being nasty and being hateful. They remain in the background, even if they got your attention at some point. They remain in the background, because you're looking to the stars. You got some rest by being away from them. For some people, you are going back. I keep feeling like maybe you're moving back home, but you're not moving back as this person who was being bullied. You move back as someone who recognizes, accepts, and appreciates where your bullies led you, what they did for you, how you overcame. Not everybody's able to overcome like you. Sensuality. Yeah, it's coming from, even with the devil here, this devil card. I'm seeing the way she's looking at this tiger, and the way this sensual card, this woman is looking, like she's looking at her fears. She's facing her fears and still remaining calm. So of course, the people who are trying to threaten you, they can't do what you're doing, because they already have a place in your life. They would have to face themselves if that's the case. But you facing yourself is like, someone who's also loving and nurturing. I'm just going to pull a few more cards for this energy. You remaining in solitude at this time. Maybe going for a walk and just being within yourself, and maybe putting some scents around your nostrils so you can smell pretty scents. Grounding and perseverance. Yeah, stay grounded at this time. Stay grounded, stay hopeful. Everything is working out for you, even if people were being kind of mean to you in the past. That they're just mean. They're mean, and it's not because you're a bad person or you deserve it. You were meant to go through everything that you went through, and you learned what you had to learn, and you became a better person because of it. And I feel like you wouldn't trade this experience for the world.